Alright, hello. Today I'm going to be casting Map 2 of PGL Astana 2025 Navi vs M80. This is the opening round of PGL Astana, so this is the first game that both of these teams will play, and we'll have to see how this one goes against them. NA versus Europe, but not exactly NA's best hope in M80. Already lost map 1, so can they keep themselves in this series, or are they going to falter early against a titan of Navi? Alright, this is M80 versus Navi, PGL Astana 2025. This is the opening round of these teams, the opening round of this tournament, if you want to say like that. Swiss system, the 0-0 bracket, everybody's here at the minute, but this is Navi versus M80. On Mirage, at least, so dare I say, Navi slightly favoured in this match. Navi in their golden era of 2024. Mirage was their hometown, their own turf. This was their playground to toy with. And M80, see if they can take that luxury away from them. Luxury away of their home. Pushing up towards mid for the minute. Navi, M80 holding their ground steady for the moment. There's a bit of Apps aggression. Might end up catching a bit off guard, but the bomb is going over towards B. Reckon Swisher over here. Swisher can get one. Swisher can get two. Bit will deal with him. Currently Navi still going to make their way onto the side with the bomb. Bomb's dropped, but JL catches Sin off guard. That is a nice cheeky kill from the rotate. But it goes a bit quiet for the minute. Have they not seen the bomb? I can't tell what's going on here. I think, yeah, bomb's on B site, and I can't tell if they've seen it or not. Going back to B for now. Being met with aggression from Bit on Van. They're both hiding behind this pillar together, huddled up, but together the duo from Navi can take them both down. It's only Lake left in the 1v3 for this pistol round. JL should deal with him swiftly. He turns away. JL shoots him in the back of the head. That is a clean pistol round for Navi. Bit of a shaky entrance onto the site, but nonetheless they do get what they want. I'm not sure if M80 did actually spot the bomb there. They kind of seem to re-guess themselves. Guess that they were getting flanked from Navi and both went to opt for the fight instead. But who knows, maybe it was all part of their plan, but perhaps didn't work out the way they wanted it to. But they are opting for the force buy. Going to put up a bit of a resistance against Navi, I hope at least. Navi got some spread out map presence for the minute, but the bomb is hidden away towards Apps. Going to be kept there for the minute, whilst Eamon gets some underpass control. So I'm going to smoke, create a little bit of a sense of presence. But for now, 3 people stacked over towards the A bomb site. Gonna guess where Navi are going to want to go for this one. Eking out the time. Bombs going. Bombs just sitting there for the minute. Still formulating the plan and maybe waiting for smokes to get dropped, waiting for Alexi B to come for the masterclass, but some contact coming through now. Navi getting picked off and Rex caught off guard. The Apps push will come through, but everybody's stocked up at mid for M80. But the bomb will get planted, and it's still a 4v4. It's still doable. We've got a lot of people on B. A lot of presence from Navi. Lake will try to get a couple of dinks on into Apps, but that will exactly look like they want to go for any more. Spams through the smoke, just see if they can get a taste of a kill. But they've killed it off. They're already going for the save. Save round already, ready to give up that conversion round to Navi. But Swisher's waiting for some exit kills here. Ema's awfully low. He can't find him. Ema just keeping alive for the minute. JL does get caught in the process. Ema's got to run pretty fast, get away from the bomb. Does get taken out. But Navi want to opt and keep those guns. So do M80 for that matter. That is 3 life. M80 will do a little bit less economic damage for the minute. But Navi, nonetheless, still got the buy they can afford. Very slow round, letting the time go in their favour, or against their favour, but letting the few smokes that the force buy will leave M80, letting those fade, leaving them with nothing left to defend with. And they're already at a ramp. Sin here's got a lot on his plate if he wants to deny this. He's only got a deagle as well. Mid push is coming through and Bit runs him down, does get traded out. But the kills are coming through. Slack's getting a couple of towards Khan. JL only finds one there, very close, and it's only Wonderful left. Wonderful left in the 1v2 for this. This is a surprise of a round. M80 have hardly any guns, hardly any investment. That puts Wonderful all by himself, but M80 is so quick on this flank. Wonderful, he's not even considering this. He's already backing up towards ramp. He's not even considering a possibility. Run down by the MP9, and that is that. That is M80's first round on the board. That is a great return on investment. Absolutely, I mean, nearly nothing invested. You only had a couple save guns, and yet that nets them a round and 2 AKs. What more could you want? Even though the push comes through from A, catches Sin off guard quite abruptly, really. But still, they can get the kills when they need to. Don't let Navi get anything for free. And this puts Lexi B down to a Tech 9. A couple of AKs and a couple of pistols. Bit of a varied round. And that's a full buy from M80 as well. Going to be a bit of a rough round. Whoever wins this one's going to get the next few for sure. Say that Slacks has somehow got 7 grand in his account. Christ. This is a quick from Emer onto short. Does get punished. But the B hit is coming through. They're all queuing up in action for a minute. And Lexi B on the mid finds 2 of them. And now it is only Slacks between a plant and Navi. He finds the first one. He'll need to find at least another one. Maybe even one more if he's lucky. Gets flashed through. Nothing to net him. Dancing around. Does get taken out eventually. And it's only Sin left in the 1v2. Alexi B on for the ace though. 4 kills already. Sin's the last man standing for M80. Alexi B wants that 5th. So close. That's around it. Might catch timing here. Oh, just misses him out. It's now Wonderful left to do it. And just simply like that, he will take him out. Do the justice Alexi B deserves. Gets the bomb planted in. I'm surprised he didn't get it planted earlier, to be fair. Kind of just sat on site clearing everything for a minute. Well, but you can't be too safe, I guess. And if it nets you the round, then what more could you ask? Still the quick push from Emer up short. Had a lot of potential. Still punished, so don't try that. Slacks with the AWP, sat down in tunnel. This is a bit of a risky position, a high risk, high reward. Get some mid control. Couple of people queued up here. If the AWP shot can get Alexi. Alexi Wonderful, that'd be brilliant. It does find Wonderful, and Lexi's tagged at the back of boxes. He's gonna just have to play around this. Late getting pushing him through. Does find Alexi. It's a 3v5 for Navi at the moment. 2v5 make that. JL and Emer have got to do a lot if they want to keep this round. Surely he knows he's in the smoke. He's just hiding around it. Ratting about. Emer finds one, but is running into Lake, and Lake has got the bomb. 3 kills already to his name, and a bomb at his feet. JL has got a lot to do here. He's got 45 seconds to work with, but the question is he even going to go for this? Because if I was him, I would probably leave it at that. But if you can catch one off, that would be brilliant. Catch off Slacks with the AWP, but it's unlikely to happen. JL confined to a small area of the map, doesn't want to go any further, and he is giving up the round to M80. 3 kills from Lake though that round. What you like to see. Getting kills, he needs to keep his team in this game. They've already lost Dust 2 pretty horribly as well. Navi just outplayed them in every single way. 13-4 scoreline. But M80, if they want to get early lead in this tournament, at least need to get this map, just so at least they can go on to the next map at best. That's if Navi can't pull something out of their asses. Navi, a very tactical team. You got the great minds of Alexi B and Blade. Of course, very tactical. Can M80 stand up to that? NA, of course, called a kind of weaker area of Counter-Strike. Whereas Navi, pretty much the flesh and blood of tactical Counter-Strike. The mid sitting in the spawn for the minute, they don't want to give it up too early to anybody else. Don't want to make the same mistake as last round we like to see from Navi. But yeah, it is 3 pistols invested. It is a full investment, but not exactly a lot. Like bomb's going over towards A, and Bit gets a beautiful entry onto Sin. Not even ready for it. Surely they know this now. Swisher is holding for the late emo lurk, so as he can be able to make his way over. Bit is allowed exit from absence. Slacks get spammed through the smoke. That is a horrible way to die, and they've found their way onto site. And emo perfectly times his lurk. Oh my lord, finds a double kill, and Rek is left stranded alone in CT. Left to recover a 1v4, finds one, gets traded out, and that is a hell of a force buy from Navi. 3 pistols, an AK, and a MAC-10 is all you need for Navi to get the round. Completely locks M80 out of that. I feel like if Sin could have gotten at least one of the kills, it would have at least done something. But just gets completely taken by surprise by Bit with the Tech 9. That's horrible. Horrible entry for him. But M80 have got a lot of rounds ahead of them. They can still recover this. At the moment, Navi have got a lot of money to work with, whereas M80 have not. But saying that, last round, Navi had nothing to buy with, but yet they still make it work. And yeah, another force coming out. M80, what can they do? Slacks with the scout at mid is going to have to be one of their better options. But you got Wonderful with an AWP as well. Can they fight for the control they both want? Oh god, is Sin going to push this? He's going to go straight into the crosshair of JL. He does find him though, takes JL by surprise to find the opener. Navi aren't worried. They don't care. They can still work this out against M80. It's only 1 down. They can still find this. And it looks like it's gonna be a silent boost up into window. Ema gonna peek on Lake. Lake only gets 1 singular tap of the deagle on him, and they're all crowding around vent wondering what to do. And the nade comes through, and that is beautiful damage to the 3 of them. All trying to get through vent at the same time. A bit of a traffic jam trying to get to CT, and that severely punishes them. Very low health on the 2 there, and they've already been taken out of the round. I know it's a force buy with not much to work with, but still, crowding around vent like that, one nade and 1 molly is all it takes to really take them out of the round. And not only that, loses them around because Swisher and Sin are going to opt to save their guns. The few guns they have, only a pistol and SMG between them. Some Kevlar, yeah, but still not what you would want. And that's going to have to be the 5th for Navi. It's good how, even when JL dies, I believe it was Wonderful who was kind of behind him. He didn't peek. He didn't let M80 get the information they would need to call it to be an A hit. So, whilst you could see it as letting your teammate die, does let them around. Denies M80 the information they would need to call around, and it gives Navi another round to work with, only losing one player. And M80 have literally invested 0 into this round. No utility, no guns except for the save ones, and only Kevlar on the saved Kevlar, and they are all crowding over towards A for the minute, which looks like it's a good decision. Sin going in first with the MP9. Can he do it to JL again? He's punished twice. Wonderful does avenge him this time. The MP9 gets recovered. It's a 4v4. But the bomb is still on Wonderful's hands. Finding out Palace is clear. And the smoke separates Swisher from mid for the minute. Spamming through, but they heard all those footsteps on A. They're doing a bit of a reset. Going to choose to go up mid instead. They've got the utility work with here, so they can respect if they need. Ema sees two of them but gets neither. Alexi B avenges him. But the rotate onto B has already been called. There are two people hiding away in this bomb site. Hiding away, the only USPSs to their names. The molly. Slacks doesn't get mollied out. He doesn't get flushed out by it. He still lurks here behind the broken wall as well. There's another rat of M80 on the site. Oh, he does find one wreck with a USPS, but Sin chooses to peek out of market, and Slacks gets one of them. Bit of a laboured kill to Alexi, but Wonderful's got to get 4 here if he wants to win the round. And Slacks, oh, how was that not a headshot? So close to his head. Just misses it, and Wonderful just about gets the 4th. Would have been a pretty embarrassing round though if they lost it. Absolutely zero investment. That could have been a disaster for Navi. But yeah, Wonderful proves his worth. Keeps Navi in the running consistently. But they're starting to build up some residual cash now. If they win the next one, then they'll have some good cash going on into the later rounds. But M80, if you're going to want to get a decent comeback started now, they're going to need to win this round. First good full buy they've had in a while, with rifles on everybody. But you're going to need some good tactics as well, not just guns if you want to go up against Navi. Not exactly a super team, not exactly who I'd want to fill each role. We all know a team like Vitality has the best people in every position. Navi, I can't say the same about, I don't think. But yet, the strategies there in place net them a really good success. Which, I mean, has been lacking recently, to be fair. I will give them that. But against lower tier opponents like M80, almost tier 1.5 in the scene, they shouldn't be falling to them. And Lake pushes out, but does get traded. All their utilities been used up already. It's only a smoke and a nade left, and Bitter's just taken the opportunity, seized the day, and ran straight onto A site. And now, M80 got the task of rotating over. Bomb's just coming on, going to get planted soon. And there's still some good utility. Wonderful does find one. That's a 2v4 if M80 want this, but I think they're already calling it off. They want to keep their guns. Another save as well. Good few saves in a row. They can't keep on going like this. They need to start committing, but when you're in these scenarios, there's not a whole lot you can do. Losing the majority of their team. What can they get out of this? And it looks like they're going to start to get hunted as well. Navi slowly wrapping themselves around the B site. With JL left at 1 HP, that is close, but Lexi B spotted out, but the timing just saves him. That's a very proactive round from Navi. I know Bit is such an incredible player, being on the roster the longest out of everybody on it at the moment, but he sees the gap. He sees the gap in the A site as soon as the contact's made at mid, and he just knows that he can just completely run it down. Yeah, a couple of pieces of utility to make sure it's safe to do so, but nonetheless, Wonderful with another one. Swisher gets him down to low HP with that nade. Just crawling under the scope. Swisher's already on the site. Spots out Ema, gets the headshot on. Now what can he do to keep this round alive? Another nade going for Wonderful does find him. And Navi are falling to pieces at the moment. Only JL and Alexi B left in the 1v3 scenario. Rex calling A clear for the moment, but Alexi's already up in con. JL with the bombers making his way through ramp. Are they going to be ready for this? They've chosen the right bomb site to stack for the minute, but not exactly favourable guns, only an MP9 on Sin. But still, time is in their favour. There's still 50 seconds on the clock. Looking around, Rex finds JL and finds the bomb. They now know where he is. All eyes are on this bomb site. Can they go through and get the bomb planted? They've still got some utility left. Use that smoke and use it to get the bomb down and planted. Swisher spamming through doesn't get the connection. And Lexi B slithered his way over into window. JL left under Palace can see a whole lot of bodies trying to get his way back out to ramp. And Swisher peeking into Alexi doesn't see him, isn't ready for him. Now, final two of M80 left on the site. Sin is the last man left. JL versus Sin, and JL with the spam through the smoke finds another one. This game is 100% getting away from M80 at this point. This is getting disastrous. 8-2 scoreline. This Mirage is completely getting out of hand for them. Not a very strong opening match for M80 and PGL Astana. Not showing maybe what they're capable of. What we think they can do, or what we believe they could do. Not exactly giving NA a whole lot to root for the minute, but I guess that's what team looks for, and bit that is disgusting. Sin maybe not as ready as he should have been. I don't think he even got a shot off. Such a clean headshot into him, and Lexi B spots out late, stranded there in the smoke. Spamming through, everybody's queuing up mid just to find Alexi. Ema's got his back though. There's another one there he's not ready for, and this is a 3v3 already. Mid control's been completely lost though. It's JL left on A side. He's just causing a bit of a distraction though. Does find one. Need more for him. He finds one. Doesn't get the spray transfer onto the other. And it's only Swisher left in the 1v2. Bomb isn't making its way fast over to B. They know that he was on short before. He's making it over to CT for the minute. He preempts it as he thinks JL was almost the warning sign of an A hit. But Bomb is going to go down on the B site. He's already got 2 kills to his name. Can he make it 4? Now there's the question of if he's going to go for this, which I kind of don't think he will be. How many saves is that now? I've been saving nearly every round of this half. And once again, it is another round going the way of Navi. How many more can they give away? Navi just seeing save after save. While some economy damage is going through, consistently a couple of members of Navi are getting taken out of each round. But you need all of them. You need to be winning these rounds. You need to get these connections. And whilst mid control is completely taken, just the whiff shots from long range on JL just can't get them to where they need to be. It's the second timeout taken for M80. Only one left between them and the end of the map, or at least between them and overtime, but dare I say I'm not massively hopeful for overtime. Last round of the half though. What can M80 pull out of their arse on this one? Because Navi, whilst they might be losing some of these crucial openers, they do seem to pull it back every single time. Constantly making their way past M80 at number disadvantages at the start. I mean, the mid push there was brilliant. We had 3 people going up, and it was pretty successful considering there was only deagles on the players. And JL's pushing ahead of this molly. Wreck is ready for him. A bit of damage onto JL, but mid's been left fairly uncontested for the minute. Fairly free mid to take for Navi, but bit lurking in Palace once again. Getting watched, zoned in by Lake. And he will use that to his advantage. He will go and find that lurk kill, but he does get traded out. It's a 4v4 scenario, but these lower numbers always benefit T side. What can't go Navi's way should be the question. And I think Lake is going to have a bit of a surprise here. Oh, he does find one, but he does get traded out by Wonderful. And now that's the bomb being spotted over on A. 3v3 scenario. Slacks putting out the lurk smoke. Just seeing if he can get some view over to Connector. But Ema's so quiet with this. If they can time this well, Ema will have a free entry onto the site. There's some noise coming out by Navi, and Ema does find his way through. Slacks can get one, but Wonderful trades him out once again. Now it's only Wreck left between M80 and the end of the half. He's over in window. Now going towards jungle. He's going to walk straight into the crosshairs of Ema. Ema not ready for it. It's only Wonderful left in the 1v1. Over towards ramp. Just letting Wreck take his time. Here's a drop down to Sandwich and does punish him. That is 3 kills for Wonderful. I'm noticing when Wonderful wants the kills, when he needs to get the kills, he can always deliver. He's already got a triple and a quad kill. His aim is not failing him. He can 100% get these rounds going when he needs to. So good with that AWP. So impactful on Mirage. He doesn't like to just go mid every round and just challenge window. He uses it everywhere he can. If there is a body to look at, Wonderful will find it. And this is a 10-2 half for Navi. Only 3 rounds away from winning this series. This is not the kind of game I would like to have seen from M80. Completely got away from the CT side, but now rushing out onto A. Wonderful gets the first one, bit with the dual leads, can find 2 of them. Can he go for a third? It's only Sin left, and he gets taken out as well. There's Navi with the pistol round. 11-2 scoreline. If they can get the conversion, then this puts them at an absolutely incredible place. If they want to just take this from them, completely embarrassing M80. 9-round difference. Staring down the barrel. MAC have not got a lot going for them, and they opt for the full eco buy. Ooh. Looks like they can do a run boost at mid. Is this going to work? Does get failed out, and Wonderful gets nice spray down, and that is leaving Slacks in 1v5 with a Glock, which is not what you want, and Lexi punishes him. 12-2. How has this gotten away so quickly? MR12, so punishing with these times. And sad to see a failed run boost as well. Could have been the difference between getting a kill or not, but all the bodies just line up for Wonderful. But now M80 have got a lot on their plate if they want to win this round and stay in the game. Hopefully pulling out some good anti-strats here for Navi. I'm staying towards the mid for the minute. A lot of options. The options remain open. It's just who gives up that kill first? Who gives up the entry? Who gives up the opening? Still Navi only 5 frags away from taking the series. An embarrassment on Dust 2 and an embarrassment on Mirage. Has this gone away from them, or can they put up a fight just yet? Utilities are already running dry, and Alexi B and Apps doesn't know there are 2 people on the other side of the smoke waiting for them to push. Lake gets the opening onto JL, the B site is free to go for, and Swisher just on the edge of the smoke does get punished by Alexi. Alexi can only get 1, it's a 3v3, and a bomb site not too open for taking yet. Wonderful gets the first one, and Slacks does, him and Sin do get the kill onto Bit. And that is, they're going to make a complete beeline for the A bomb site, have to get it planted. And Wonderful just trying to get the taps through, but Ema's already ahead on this. Singing at caught off guard, he knows where he is. Got a good idea where both of the final people are. But quite low HP on both of the boys of M80. Can they pull this off? Ema jump spotting. No utility for anybody, it's all going to have to be some dry peaks. And Sim does get 1, he's on such low HP. Wonderful's trying to run him down. Trying to get him through. And Sin doesn't get it, but Slacks avenges him to find their first round in what feels like years. Finally, 12-3. Christ. It's been ages since I've had to say M80 have won a round. But Navi have still got the money to go in for another buy. M80 aren't out of the clear just yet. Aren't out of the choppy waters until they can get this round done and over with. The mid's getting some good contesting here. M80 aren't wanting to give them anything. Bomb's been dropped at the back of mid for the minute. Just letting the map progress how they want it to. Wonderful's holding the tunnel line. Gets smoked off, so Swisher gets a chance to get out into mid. A lot of people over towards Con, I think they hear the footsteps, but Bomb's already made its way over towards ramp, so they have to go. They're gonna have to go for this one. Slowly eking their way up ramp. Utility comes through. Slack's trying to clear every angle, but Bit is tucked in the sandwich here. A grimy spot. If he can time this well, he can finish the game. He finds 1, does get traded out by Slacks, and it is being now being reduced down to a 2v4 for Navi. M80 finding their way out, and Wonderful shots trying to get baited out. Here's the shot, and they all spam through the box. Whew. Alexi B, only one left with an MP9 and some Kevlar, but not exactly a lot to see from him. Not that I can predict that he would do a whole lot. Looks away at just the wrong timing as well. Poor guy. Poor guy. Timings are brutal, but it's the name of the game. And it's funny to see how M80 hear that AWP shot ring off and don't waste a second, just all of them go and spam the same spot through the boxes. Don't waste any time. Whilst they only do a little bit of damage, if you've got 3 people spraying at you, you ain't gonna last long. And now that puts Navi into the pistol buy. And M80 win the key round, so it keeps them in the game for a little bit longer. Alexi B, if he pushes this, he gets taken down to low HP with a nade. He gets the gun from Sin as well, taking him out. An early numbers advantage, but M80 have already made their way out onto B, and they're so quick to go for market control, smoking Navi off. I doubt they'd go for the execute here. I'd 100% see it if they just queued up for some exit kills. I think that's the way it's gonna be. Don't know what Ema's been trying to do with his maneuvers, but
Nevertheless, still good. Swisher getting some space onto short, so he can get taken out. Does spot the bait from Alexi as well. It's quite a good one to spot out, and the Deagles don't connect. M4 doesn't even get saved. Bit with the USPS at the back of mid, doesn't find any of them, but it's only Slacks left alive to save a gun. He does save the AWP though, gives them the most potential for these future rounds. Navi take their second time out. Gonna go in for the force buy in this round as well. Navi have been doing pretty well so far this map, but I feel it's starting to get away from them at this point. Been on match point for 3 rounds at this point, and haven't converted it just yet. Had a good couple of gun rounds. Very close most of the time. But can they completely put M80 in their place? Can they do that soon as well? M80 fueling the comeback at this point. And once again we see Navi opt for this mid control, but as they hear the rush going through, start to opt back, but mid control's been retaken by M80. Smokes have been coming through, and Bomb hasn't made a commitment just yet. Slacks with the saved AWP as well. Gonna go to push over towards A. Bomb's gonna queue over towards A ramp, and for the moment I think M80 have a good bit more utility than Navi. Bit's gonna take a reserve position underneath Palace. But currently Navi don't know where they're going. Mid control's been given up. They haven't pushed very far on either of the sites. Smokes have come out, but only delays for a small amount of time. Just waiting for the smoke to die out. M80 so close to going for this. Navi are about to get encapsulated. That's the opening from Lake. That's the first one. There's only 2 people left on the site. Bit is so close to this. He misses the shots onto Rec. Does connect them eventually, but they're running him down. And Sin suicides himself to get that kill. Dies to the molly of Swisher in that, just to confirm the kill. And the 2 left on Navi. Ooh, Alexi B with the spam through the smoke. Denies the plant. There's only a little bit of time left. They've got to get it going. 5 seconds. Does get planted eventually, but I think they were going to save seeing the 3v2, but that kill's open up more potential, more possibilities. They're going to go for this now. Haven't got a whole lot of utility to work with. I've only got a flash, but Alexi B, the flash god, what can he do with them? What can't this man do? Trying to set up JL for some success. The flash will blind Slacks for the minute. They get the audio cue onto him, but it's a complete crossfire here. Alexi B left in 1v1. Slacks for the map. Can Slacks take the map away? And yes, he can. Alexi B doesn't stand a chance against Slacks. Only the Tech 9 needed versus the rifle. And he keeps M80 in the game. The molly coming down though. So good to have that utility saved. So good to have it saved for that exact moment. Because I don't think Alexi B could have got it if he tried. He would have needed to have killed Slacks first. But the molly denies any possibility of getting the bomb defused, so that gives them another round, and it's looking to be a bit of a deco for Navi, saving most of their money. And M80 have got a lot of potential. They've got rifles, AWP, MAC-10s versus measly pistols and a single MP9 on bit, and that gets taken out now as well, so it's kind of an open runway to A, and Navi are kind of just giving it to them, but they aren't taking it for the minute. But I think now that they hear the Deagles, they're going to be a bit more keen to go for this. They saw the SMG on bit, but
The rest of the team has pistols, so there's not a whole lot they can ask for. Not a whole lot Navi can do, and using that info, M80 going to take their way onto the site. Lexi B caught off guard, and that's still 5 alive for this plant. 4 alive now. Ema changes that. Swisher playing close with the MP9, not a whole lot you can do. Ema, a lot of players to look at, a lot of heads to click, but he can't find it, and JL is the only person left. He's stuck towards CT. He's got Kevlar and Deagle, something you'd like to save. No kit, so it's a question of what do you do in this scenario. Do you try to go for the save, or do you try to get some kills on your way out? Say that he finds one of them, can't get more, but that is a bit of a laboured kill from Sin. He's not been doing incredible this series so far, and this map has not been his friend. Not exactly the nicest spray I've ever seen. That wasn't very pretty. I'll give him that one. But you know, if you win the round, you win the round. You can excuse those if you win the round, but if that's the round loser, then maybe not. But Navi have got a complete full buy going. M80, M82, they've got a lot to work with, both of the teams here. These are the rounds that matter, and M80 need to win all of them if they want to have even a slither of a chance. But surely the ego gets going now. Surely they're happy to see that they're getting the comeback going. 5 rounds in a row so far. Queuing up towards mid for the minute. Bombs left at the back. Spam through the smoke. Slacks does get taken down half HP with that nade from short. JL cutting down so much of the health. M80 are so weak. What, 3 players nearly on 50 HP as well. That is not what you want to see from these guys. If they want to win these rounds, you need some good health behind you. Especially against these M4s. Aren't doing more damage than the AKs. Then bombs over towards A once again. They are preferring this side of the map compared to B. Bit sees them, but Ema gets 2. Wonderful on the stairs. Can't get a second one, can only get 1. And there's only 2 left of M80 left in this clutch to find them their final round, and Swisher is the only man left. It's a 1v3. What can he do against the rest of Navi? He can find one, but he can't get the spray transfer onto the other. And Navi take map 2, take the series away from M80, 13-7. A decent game, a fairly close comeback, but M80 eventually falter to Navi, who take this series away and enter the 1-0 pool of PGL Astana. At this moment, I believe Navi have actually made playoffs. This is one of their kind of main tournaments they should be going for this year, as of course the competition's lesser. Competition is weaker per se. The top 3 aren't in there, so they've got a much better chance to see this, but sad to say M80 exited in dead last of this event. Sad to hear, but did have some tough opponents along the way. But thank you so much for watching the cast. It means a lot to me. If you give me any feedback, that'd be great. I'm always trying to improve. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.